TV was filmed in front of a live studio audience. I'm lying like a mother.
What's going on, y'all? It's your host, Chief Fachi. You're now watching The Reach TV. Today, we got Contour.
What's up?
Contour, where'd you get your name from? What's Contour?
So, I fucking hate this question, but so it's like, there's a kind of map that's called a contour map.
Yeah.
And it's used to lay out like geographical locations and shit. And so if you take music, which is made up out of waveforms, and you laid that out in a visual representation, it will look like one of those maps.
Oh, wow. So what you saying, you that map?
Yeah.
Okay. Word. So you're from Charleston. Wait, matter of fact, your fingernails painted, man. You did that yourself.
Yeah, they look terrible.
Oh, this not your good day on nails? I didn't mean to call you out like that.
Nah, it's all good. I had to, we were doing a show last night, and I was like, I wore like an all white fit, had like a rose in the pocket, and so I was trying to paint my nails to match the rose.
I feel you.
But I didn't do it, like I forgot to do it until like right before the show, so I was like scrambling.
Oh, dang, you good, man. It looks good. You good, you pulling it off. I couldn't pull it off. You pulling it off, though. You got it. So you're from Charleston. Like, what's Charleston scene like compared to this scene? I think you know a little bit about Columbia scene. I feel like it's two completely different worlds if you ask me, honestly.
So, compared to Columbia's scene, I feel like when I'm in Columbia, the crowds are kind of more open to whatever, open to experience and things that they're not used to, as to where in Charleston, I think people stay more in their comfort zone. But that could really just be a hometown thing. I think all artists have this thing where you're in your hometown, you feel like you got to impress people, you go somewhere else, people are more receptive.
Right.
So it could be any of that.
So it's not just you, it's your whole band. You got how many people in your band?
3 others besides me.
So like, do they go by Contour as well, or is it just like
when we play together, we're Contour, but I'm Contour.
Oh, wow.
The band is one of the formats that I use to present my work.
That's new. Yeah, you might just start a whole new wave with that one, man.
I don't think I'm the first person to do it.
I mean, I haven't heard
I definitely
of it.
encourage more people to explore that kind of thing, for sure.
That's like Will Smith having a band called Will Smith. They're like, yeah, bro, I'm Will Smith too.
I'd go see that.
Yeah, okay, that's what's up. So like, how did you get all these people together, like to buy into what you're doing? So
it actually almost completely didn't happen. When a year ago, when I was about to put out my last EP, I was doing a release show, and I wanted to have a band just for that show to just play the songs in a different way. So I contacted this one local, like a jazz outfit that I really liked, and they were like, yeah, that would be sweet, let's make it happen. And then 2 weeks before the show, they bailed on me, and I was like, shit, this shit just isn't about to happen. And I ran into Chase, or I texted Chase. Yeah, I was gonna like try and put a band together at the last minute. So I texted Chase, the drummer, and I was like, yo, would you play drums for this? And he was like, yeah. And then like right after that, I just kind of like gave up, and I was like, it's not gonna happen.
So was it like you just basically doing all this yourself with the production that you do? Because you do make beats, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing I ever did.
Okay, word. So you started off making beats, and then you got into... All right, now, we went left, but what made you start making music then? Like, what made you start using your voice as music?
So in a grand scheme of things, voice is technically the first thing I ever did. When I was a kid, I started doing like musical theater, shit like that.
You were Simba or some shit?
Huh?
You were Simba in Lion King or some shit?
Nah, actually, I did a lot of lead roles when I was growing up.
Okay.
And then I went to high school for voice, so I always used my voice. But then I got really heavy into production, like 2013, 2014. And I kind of felt like there were like some projects that I used my voice in that a lot of people don't know about, but I decided I wanted to wait until I was really good at production before I started putting out music that used my voice.
Wow. So like everything that you do is premeditated, you'll say?
Kind of. It's like, not really, I try to go with the most natural flow of things. Like I try to do what makes sense.
All right, so what would you consider your genre of music?
I feel like genres are for listeners, not for artists.
Okay. God damn, man. All right, I don't even know what to say after that. But so when you started making beats, was it to give to others or just for yourself? because you knew you were gonna make music?
It was initially for myself. I just like, in 2013, I got put on the Boiler Room. I don't know if
Boiler Room? No,
Boiler Room is an international like club syndicate where they do DJ sets and film them and like live shows and all this other stuff. And they live stream them. I got put onto that in like 2013, and I was watching this one session by this dude Knowledge. You probably heard of him. He's a producer.
I heard that name Knowledge before. Yeah.
And I was just like blown away, and I was like, I want to do this. And so I started making beats.
Okay, so you'll say he's one of your influence. Who else influenced you, music-wise?
Music-wise as a whole, it's hard. It's like all over the place because there's like beat makers and like beat artists that influenced me a lot, like Madlib and like Flying Lotus and like shit like that. But then there's like songwriters that I really look up to. It's mostly like, as far as songwriting, like the greats, like Stevie Wonder, or like Sade, or like Anita Baker, like all the classics.
All right. Yeah, I can say I can hear that you listen to a lot of things, like by just hearing your music.
If you went through my recently added and my Apple Music right now, it's like a mess. It's like all kinds of shit all the time.
You got shit from what?
It'll
like
jump
Tim
from
McGraw
like
to
it'll jump from like a 70s like African music compilation to like to like a future or to like anything.
Wow,
like it's all over the place.
So you listen to Fela Kuti?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
He's the GOAT. That's what's up.
Have you ever seen his documentary? Where he's like, there's this one scene in his documentary he has this huge joint. It's like the size of his arm, and he's just on stage smoking this huge joint.
I didn't see that, but yeah, he's like my people back home, you know what I'm saying, Nigeria, they mess with him a lot.
Oh, you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been there only one time. It was during the summer.
Cool.
Yeah, I was born in Denver, so I ain't, you know, I ain't too much.
Word.
But I'm enough. How do you feel about, you know, certain people in this world that do things to just impress?
I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of things you could say about that, but I feel like the most important thing is that you're doing a disservice to yourself.
Right.
You know, eventually you're gonna have to reckon with the fact that what you're doing isn't what you really want to do. You're gonna have to reckon with the fact that you just wasted a bunch of time doing things for other people. You're gonna have to reckon with the fact that there are gonna be people who can see right through you and what you're doing. Like it doesn't work.
So then what are you doing it for?
For like, I do it for the love of art as a whole. I want to develop the ability to pursue and express my ideas in any format really, whether it's music, whether it's like photography, whether it's film, whether it's writing. If I have a thought or a feeling that I can't express in words, I want to be able to express it. And I want to be able to, I think that's it. I don't know where I was going to go with that.
That sounds like enough, honestly. That's a good vision to have. So some people did some deep digging on you. You were referring, who were you referring to when you said non-artists are profiting off of artists in the music industry? Like, what do you mean by that? Elaborate, please.
Historically, non-artists have always profited off of artists in the music industry, whether it be from labels, whether it be from whatever.
So how do you feel like it should be, if that's the case?
I think if you're a non-artist who is working with or making money from artists, you should be considering their wants and needs first. I think on a bigger scale, even outside of art, if you're working with people and you're being genuine about it, then you should be concerned with the well-being of the people that you're working with. If you're doing something and you're making decisions that you know are benefiting you and are not benefiting other people, then you're self-serving. And I don't really think that's cool.
I mean, I feel like he dropped the mic at least 5 times and picked it back up. Don't leave just shit. We about to see this man go at it on this stage, right here, live. What song you performing? I don't even know the name of it. What's it called?
We're gonna do I'll Be.
I'll Be. That is my favorite song. That's been my likes for like, I don't know how long now.
We're gonna do a new version of it.
Word?
Yeah.
Let me stop being a fan, man. Hey, we gonna see y'all next time on The Reach TV. I'm your host, Chifachi, Contour. We'll be right back.